Hi, welcome. Thank you so much for watching. I wanted to do a video for you on something that I think can really help. So I'm spreading the message as much as I can, but I wanted to talk about how businesses are changing right now because this is something that I'm really seeing, like, definitely is happening, and I don't think people know about it yet. So I want to help people understand what is going on because I have this intuitive gift to see the bigger picture. So I feel like a responsibility to share what I know. I'm not wearing makeup right now, I'm just letting you know. Dairy is my not good for me. Anyway, I want to tell you about the business side of things and what is happening in the bigger energy so that what you can do is adjust your approach and be more successful in this energy because the energy is deciding things on a bigger level. So what is happening is that a couple things. So in the bigger picture, what's happening is that we're learning that love is more important than money. Yes, this is of course going to affect business and money. So what we're learning is that the business techniques and tactics and tricks and psychology things, that get people to buy, just to make the sale, get the sale, that stuff is like got to go. It's just on the way out now. Because what people are starting to evolve, in their own way spiritually. People have lots of time on their hands right now to think about their lives, to meditate, to get in touch with themselves. This is going to change things. It's going to help change things. And so what is going to work in this new energetic climate is not that kind of stuff because people just won't fall for it. Honestly, people will be repulsed by it. Because this is what happened to me. My energy got super high. I do chakra clearing. Every time I do a session, my energy gets higher. I went through a whole spiritual awakening for the past year, which helped me see things totally different. I didn't try to do this. I just started seeing things totally different and almost being confused by it because I was like, I don't understand why this is the way it actually is. But this is how nobody sees it. And it's just the way it is. It's the bigger truth. And so people are getting more connected to that. And I find for myself right now, I'm super feeling averse to anything that's trying to trick me into buying anything. So when you hear, so I think this is really relevant for female entrepreneurs and for business right now because there are a lot of, there are tons of courses and things you can pay for and people who can tell you what you need to say and how you need to say it in order to just get money. And a lot of the goal I see right now in the online entrepreneurial world is just get money. People talk about 10K, they'll talk about, 6 figures. Those things are just thrown around to get people's attention because people want money, right? But my message is you don't only want money. What you want is you want wealth. You want happiness. You want to be the version of you that has the things that you want to have. You want to live the life of your dreams. So that isn't just about getting the money. It's more than that. So that's what I work with. I work with helping make people's dreams come true to get to their next level, which involves more money, involves more wealth, but there's also a whole energy of wealth behind that. And that's something that I teach about too, is the energy of wealth, with 4 components of the energy of wealth. I'm really well versed in now, and I know what they are. I've spent time with people here in New York, who are very wealthy and learned directly from these people exactly what these things are that they do. And they don't necessarily do them on purpose, but the thing is you can do them on purpose, and that can help create more wealth. I think this is really valuable information, so I'm not going to give it all away right now in this video, but I do want to tell you about what I know about the bigger picture. What this video is the bigger picture of business. The more higher energy people get, the higher their energy gets. They're going to be not into just getting money for the sake of money. Why is that? Because when you get to a higher spiritual level, higher energetic level, you realize that, money is not everything, because what is real is our energy. What we take with us when we die isn't the amount in our bank account. It doesn't save us. And this is a lesson we've learned over and over, from people who are depressed, who are super rich, who are celebrities, who are very wealthy and are very unfulfilled. So money itself won't solve your problems. It won't solve, the fears that you have, the childhood trauma, the, things that are actually keeping you from feeling fulfilled and happy, from having your dreams come to you, from, like money itself, like 10K, 6 figures, like that's great, but it's like that won't do all of the things for you that you want. That is a major goal for a lot of people, I understand, but I'm just saying that from what I've seen, money in itself isn't really full of a lot of meaning. It helps you pay your bills, it helps you have more freedom, more opportunities. It is, a positive thing. I definitely love having more money and because it makes me feel free, it makes me feel independent. So things like that are what's important. But even that, when you take that and look at that, what are you actually getting? What is the important part of that? It's the freedom, it's the independence, it's the security. It's not actually the money, it's not the paper, it's not the coins, it's not the number in your bank account, it's the other bigger reasons. And you might be thinking like, yeah, I know this is like, the why behind what I do, my values, like, and that too I understand, but I'm just saying there's something more, there's something even more than that, which is like, the way we connect with each other is starting to change around business. So I've noticed like, I've been observing a little bit with people who teach about how to get a lot of money. And then, it's like, that's great. Like, that's definitely a goal of mine. It's wonderful. But then I noticed there's this dark side to that, which I want to kind of bring to light by talking about, is that yes, it can bring you a lot of money, but be aware of that, because if people are all about money, if you can't pay them, there's a dark side that can come out. So if they're only about money and they're not about energy, they're not about creating an actual loving back and forth between you, so a loving connection, they don't actually like, it's so important for businesses to care about people and care about what they're giving to people. And so that is the new energy that businesses are going to be able to thrive with. Like, that's such an important thing to do as a business, if you want to thrive in this new energy. Because the old energy of being like, seeming like you care, and then really what you care about is getting paid, or really what you care about is just making this sale, and you don't really care about the person, don't care about their situation, you don't care, and then this kind of like other side comes out that's a little bit not super cool, or even getting people to, I've been taught actually by coaches, and I want to talk about this because I've been affected by it, is, I've experienced what it feels like is when you say, I can't pay for this, I'm sorry, like, I'm interested, it sounds great, but like, I just don't have the money to pay for it right now, thank you. And then they're like, I think you're holding yourself back. I think that, and it's like they do this psychology thing, and I know a lot of coaches even teach how to do this. They teach you how to get people to say yes. But my thing is, like, in some cases you can be helping the person by helping them see that maybe they're holding themselves back. But in another way, if it's coming from the place of basically, pressuring people into feeling like, oh, well, maybe I should book just because I don't want to hold myself back, but then they don't have the money. I've experienced that, having a few people do that, and me being like, oh, you're right, like, I trust you, like, you probably know what you're talking about. And then when it comes to not being able to pay, they have this side that comes out that's like, hello, why aren't you paying me? And it's like, it's because I told you I couldn't, and now I don't know what to do, so it's like you have to be really careful about how you treat people, because there are elements of karma, there are elements of like, you want to create a business. So enough about that stuff that's not super good, but what you want to do in this new energetic climate to thrive is you want to create a business that really cares about people, really wants to give, because the truth of the energy, the way energy works, is that when you give, and I've heard Tony Robbins say this too, and I love it, is that you have wealth at your fingertips if you're able to give, if you're able to really like give value to people, then that energy has to come back to you. And so if you have a business that you're really wanting to give something to people. You're really wanting to, like, that's why giving value works. And why all these groups say, please share value. It's because it has a return on it. If you really truly are able to put in your effort, your best effort, your best knowledge, don't give it all away, obviously. But if you really give, then you really will receive. And I find like some of what I'm seeing is these sort of like not get rich quick things, but it sort of has a feel of that, like a get rich quick kind of like, work with me and you'll get this, or work with me. And I don't think it's all that, but there's just an element of that I think that is on its way out. So I wanted to let people know ahead of time, because if you feel like you need to take one of these courses, or you need to do one of these things and invest a bunch of money just to get the knowledge and what they're going to tell you, I'm not saying that it won't work, but I'm just saying that in the new energy, what is actually going to help businesses thrive is to actually just be of great service and to really care about people, and to provide value, provide things that people want, care about the product that you're giving to people. Like, there's so many high vibe ways of doing business, and like what the banks are doing right now is wonderful too. I think that's super high vibe, is being like, finally the banks are being, for the first time, being like, I understand your situation, you can't pay this, like, okay. Or like, you want me to refund that fee for you? Okay. Like, you really need that? Okay. Like, this is the first time, I think, in the history of currency and finance that's ever been a thing. And yeah, it's so beautiful. And yeah, I think it should be like that all the time, really. If people really need it, then if people really need help, why should they not get it? I think not having that sort of option before was creating a lot of stress and imbalance. So, yeah, I just feel like, it's important to keep your integrity, keep your interactions with people honest, be open about what you're doing in your business and why you're doing it and who you are. And for me, I'm doing this because I've been on this entrepreneurial journey for a year in online business, and I'm still learning a lot every day. I know I'm not at the level that a lot of people are with the wealth part of it, but I do know that I vibe with those people, and I feel energetically like an equal to those people. And I also feel like anybody can be those people. You can be that kind of person. But that's like one of the secrets, and yet they've just figured out how to do it, which is a beautiful thing. I really commend anybody who's at the top of their game. Like, obviously they've done a lot to get there, and they know a lot, and they can teach a lot. But I'm just saying that there's more to it. I can see energetically, I'm really connected to energies, so I really feel these things that no one else is really pointing out, and I just wanted to point them out because there's so much more to what we're doing. There's so much more to what we're doing as female entrepreneurs than just becoming wealthy, even though I think that is a beautiful part of it. It's something that I think like there's just more to it that all businesses are like adjusting to right now. Even I even saw this in like the fact that pricing, it like the whole $9.99 instead of $10 thing, like where I'm at energetically right now, I saw that the other day and I was like, I don't like that. That doesn't vibe. Like, it didn't make me like I was like, bleh, I don't like that. Because why don't you just say $10? Like those little tricks that exist in money and business and finance, like they just got to go. Because when people start to raise energetically, they're just going to be like, not cool with that. It's just like, just tell me the truth. And that's my point is that the sooner you start doing that, the sooner you start being like just upfront, people are going to love you. People are going to be like, wow, she actually cares about me. She actually cares about my journey, what I'm going through. This isn't like a hidden motive or something like that. So, yeah, I'm being courageous and sharing my thoughts, but these are all my opinions and my thoughts and my experiences. They come from me. And so that's what I've experienced myself, and I want to share what I know from the energetic perspective, because I think it's really valuable, and it's something that's really helping me right now to understand like what this change is all about and what it means for us as businesswomen, and how we need to adjust. And so I'm just telling you some secrets on how to adjust to that now so that you're ahead of the game. Because these things are going to change, but it's like this will just help you get there faster. So I hope that you enjoyed watching it. And yeah, I hope you're doing well and keep going, because I also believe that everybody has like such a unique gift to share, and people are doing amazing things. Like I'm releasing so many amazing things. I'm learning so much. I'm getting better at, this whole thing. And wow, like there are people out there who are like really doing amazing things. So commend you, and thank you for watching. Take care.